I would like now to introduce Ohio's dear friend, a national labor leader that every day wakes up trying to figure out how best to help working people and grow the trade union movement. Richard Trumka has been supportive of our legislative and political and worksite actions and fights and campaigns for as long as anyone can remember. Richard Trumka is a leader unlike many that I've seen in my lifetime. And he's an inspiration to all of us. And I'm so thrilled and pleased that he is guiding the federated labor movement to help all people get ahead, and to get ahead by joining the ranks of a trade union. And with that, it's my distinct pleasure and honor to introduce my friend. And he came out of the same union. My grandfather came out of the United Mine Workers, was a leader there. Now he's leading the movement on to victory. So with that, please welcome AFL-CIO President Richard Trumka.
Brother Tim, I want to thank you for that very kind introduction. And I want to thank you for all you're doing for working people. And most importantly, I want to thank you for your friendship over a number of years. You and Sister Melissa are demonstrating some tremendous leadership during very, very difficult times. You know, look, brothers and sisters, we're in the home stretch of the most important election of our lifetime. An election that's going to decide where this country goes, because we're at a crossroads right now. And voting ends in less than 5 weeks. So this is no time for any of us to sit on the sidelines. We have to get in the game. We have to get in the game for working families, for the labor movement, and for our democracy. We've got to get this election all that we've got. That's what we have to do. Now, we know the stakes. A virus has killed more than 200,000 Americans. Unemployment has skyrocketed, leaving more than 300,000 workers in Ohio laid off. And America is suffering under systemic racism. Now, if you watched last night's debate in Cleveland, you know that the choice is crystal clear. Donald Trump lied. He frequently interrupted his opponent and the moderator. He refused to condemn white supremacy. And he failed to talk about a single thing that he would do to help American workers. It was a disgraceful performance by an incompetent president. And it was a reminder that we're living through some pretty dark days. You know, but even with all the uncertainty and all the pain, something really good is happening in America. Working people are showing up and fighting as one united labor movement. There's a groundswell of organizing going on across the country. In Southeast Ohio, you've made spaghetti dinners for families in need. In Dayton, you've launched a pre-apprenticeship program so that students get a chance to get ahead, even when it means holding virtual classes. You've rallied, you've marched, you've caravanned across the state, and union members have answered the call of COVID-19 every day and in every way. We've served, we've sacrificed, we've healed, we've done it all. And you know what? The country recognizes that. They're seeing us in a new light. Gallup puts our approval rate at 65%. That's our highest and best mark since 1965. And I'll tell you why that number has gone up. Because Americans are looking around and they're recognizing that working people are the ones that hold this country together. Because we truly are essential. Without us, this economy cannot run. We stand up for each other. We protect each other. We fight for what's right. The problem, and more than that, the clear and present danger is that too many of our country's leaders refuse to fight for us. Hell, many of them haven't even bothered to lift a finger. They're letting our country crumble and our people suffer. And Donald Trump is the offender in chief. See, the jobs he said were coming never came. Just take a drive through Youngstown. He promised to save American manufacturing. He failed. There's 740,000 fewer manufacturing jobs today than when he took office. He cut taxes for the ultra-rich. Well, and we know he barely paid any taxes on his own. He accelerated the outsourcing of good-paying American jobs, and he worsened inequality with his tax cut for the rich. You see, we need the country to come together, but he's tearing it apart. Donald Trump inherited a pandemic playbook from his predecessor, and he simply tossed it into the trash can. And what have we learned from all of this? Well, we learned that workers might not be able to survive another 4 years of Donald Trump. Meanwhile, what has Donald Trump learned? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Our country is sick, and Donald Trump's making it worse. Our economy's weakening, and Donald Trump is making it worse. America is hurting, and Donald Trump is making it worse. See, to defeat the coronavirus, economic inequality, and systemic racism, we're going to have to remove this dangerous president from the White House. This November, we need to elect Joe Biden because we know Joe and Joe knows us. He's been to our union halls. He's marched on our picket line. Look, I've known Joe Biden for 40 years, a little over 40 years, actually. And when my union was in a death fight with Pittston, Joe Biden was there. When our pension plans were in danger of being taken away from us, Joe Biden was there. When we needed help of any kind, Joe Biden was there. You know why? Because Joe knows that a job's more than a paycheck. He knows that it's a sense of dignity and pride and respect. It's how we define ourselves. That's Joe, a blue-collar guy that never lost the blue collar. And when you think about the future, Joe has a plan for our future. In fact, he has many smart plans, thoughtful, real plans. Now, some of you might know folks who are still on the fence, not sure who they're going to vote for, not sure if they're even going to vote at all. Well, when you talk to them and when they ask you what Joe Biden will actually do when he's president, I want you to tell them three things. Union jobs, union jobs, union jobs. That's what he'll do. See, Joe has a plan to invest in infrastructure, and that's going to put Ohioans back to work. And when we put Ohioans back to work, more Ohioans back to work, we grow and we strengthen America's middle class. And Joe wants a future that is made in all of America by all of America's working people. See, when he spends tax dollars, he's going to buy products made in the U.S., made in Ohio and Pennsylvania and West Virginia and everywhere else. And when he does that, when he spends our tax dollars to buy American-made products instead of foreign-made products, that'll create more good union jobs. You see, I'm sick and tired of watching automakers close their plants, like the one in Lordstown, and move to other countries and crush working people while they do it. Enough is enough. Joe Biden supports the PRO Act, so we can form our union freely and fairly and ban right to work once and for all. You see, we've been playing defense for too long. We have the scars to prove it. This is our moment to take the ball and run with it. And you're doing exactly that. Look what just happened in Columbus. For years, the labor movement's been working on an ordinance to hold employers accountable for cheating workers out of our hard-earned pay. And last year, our brother Rob Durant from IBEW was elected to the city council. And that brought new momentum to the fight. He introduced the ordinance and had several more union members testify in support of it. And last week, it passed. Look, when we show up, we get things done. Now I'm asking all of you to show up for this election. I need you to vote for Joe Biden and pro-working candidates up and down the ticket. And that includes candidates for state senate and Ohio's 99 House districts. And that most definitely includes voting for judges for the Ohio Supreme Court. Judge Jennifer Bruner and Judge John O'Donnell will protect the rights of working people at the highest level. And you know what else? I really need you to volunteer. Sign up for a shift. Call your coworkers to tell them about why this election matters. Become a poll worker. The time for waiting is over. Tim probably told you this. We have unions, our brothers and sisters in other states, from the Central Labor Councils and other state feds, that are going to help calling in Ohio. They think Ohio is so important that they're willing to pull stuff away from their own state and help you call your state. You need to more than match what they're doing. See, together, let's show the power and the strength of the labor movement in this election. Let's power the polls. Let's get out the vote. That's how we'll secure the future that we want and save the country that we built. And I'll say it again, save this country that we've built. And I mean it. The stakes are that high. The risk is too great and the call is too clear. Let's answer it, you and me. See, I was in Columbus on November 8, 2011, when we put Senate Bill 5 into the dustbin of history. And I know Brother Joe Regula, who was just on, remembers that day. And I know Tim remembers it. I remember that electrifying feeling that I had when we beat them, that anything is possible when we come together in common purpose. I want to feel like that again. I want that electrifying feeling to take over me. Don't you? Don't you want that same feeling again? Because this is our time. This is our moment. This is our country. Ohio, are you ready to fight? Are you ready to win? Are you ready to rebuild America for the people who work? Listen, we're strong, we're powerful, we're united. We are the American labor movement, and we will not be denied. Thank you. God bless all of you. Stay safe and work through November 3rd. And we're going to elect Joe Biden and a lot of other friendly candidates to workers. God bless you.